Hey, what's up, you guys? Hope you all are doing well. So, week 7 is done, and pretty much it's the same stuff that I've been dealing with throughout this challenge from week 1 to where I am right now. And the same challenges I've been facing. I think I'll be talking a lot more about them on the lesson learned for this week. But right now, this is how the account is looking at currently. I am officially on a drawdown. Granted, it is not a very big drawdown because I'm only 0.5% in drawdown. So the account is actually at 9,954,065 cents. This week I took 2 trades. The week on a red, 2 trades, both were losses. And these are the trades down here. There's nothing much to talk about here on my dashboard. So yeah, let's just jump into trading view and see the trades that I took. Now coming to the trading view, this is how my week looks thus far. And actually this was performance of the euro dollar. With all these labels here and drawings, the week looks pretty active. And that is one thing that actually frustrates me the most, because as much as this week looks active, I only ended up taking only 2 trades, and there were a lot of missed trades in between, and that is something that I'll still have to work through. Now, the first trade that was actually presenting itself was actually on Monday, and this was pretty much the only take profit or a winning trade. And this trade was very interesting for me because, as you can see, we opened up the market over here. We started kind of like ranging here, and then when London Open started, we had this push to the upside that left this imbalance that made this order block valid for me. But right here, I cannot enter. According to my rules, there are other things that I need to wait for, i.e., I want to see price push down to this order block, fail to break through, and then push to the upside. Now, once I have this leg that is pushing to the upside, what I'm looking for is an imbalance. If I do have an imbalance on this leg, I will enter on this order block to continue for a move to the upside. But as you can see, price went all the way down, retraced a bit, broke down again, and then I had this move to the upside. Now, this was during pre-New York. Now, as I'm seeing this move to the upside, I'm anticipating that this move might come and break this level over here to give me my entry to continue to the upside. But as you can see, that we didn't get. Instead, the price only came near to the level and then started to push. It changed the momentum and started pushing to the downside with these big bearish candles. Now, when I was again seeing this move to the downside, what I'm thinking here is maybe price is reversing and going lower, right? That was what was on my mind at this particular time. Now, for me to change my bias, I guess, from bullish to bearish, what I needed to see here was this move continuing to push to the downside until it breaks this level over here. Once that level was broken, I would again just be looking for an imbalance over this leg and take a trade off of this order block for this move to continue to be sustained towards the downside. This was what I was now waiting when I was looking at this move. But as you can see, that again didn't happen. Instead, price broke down, started pushing to the upside, and it actually went and broke through this level. Now, when price broke through this level, it actually broke through this level with this bearish candle, which means my entry was on that candle over there. Let me move this to the side. So this was my entry candle. Now, why was this order block valid? This order block was valid for me simply because there was an area of imbalance over here. There was an area of imbalance down here. These 2 areas of imbalance are for me, and the way that I choose to see the market, these were the areas where this order block was made valid. But again, as you can see, price never retraced all the way down, and this is a trend now I'm seeing, especially during March this year and April. During New York sessions, you're never going to get these deep retracements before price continue with its actual move, but instead you're getting these shallow moves and price actually continue to move to the upside. Hence, that's the reason why I usually like to take my trades either on the week, mostly on the week of the candle, especially if it is New York session. So as you can see, price was supposed to come and trigger me here and continue to push to the upside for an actual 1 to 3 trade, but I did not take this trade. Reason why? I don't know. I think mostly it's just fear. I got paralyzed here, hence the reason why I didn't take this trade on Monday. Now, there was another trade that came on Tuesday. As you can see on London session, there was pretty much nothing for me, and we had PPI on this same day, which was, I think, the only red folder news for Eurodollar this entire week. So what happened here again is pretty much the same. There was nothing on London session. There was nothing on New York, pre-New York, and I got this trade on New York session. So in London session, what I was seeing was actually this impulsive move to the upside. We had this retracement into this imbalance area, and then price continued to break this structure, continue to push to the upside. Now, all this is irrelevant for me coming into New York because of that red folder news. So I'll actually just zoom in from this point. Once we were past this red folder news and we started this New York session, price was kind of like moving in a range here, and we had this break above this high that was actually made immediately during New York session. Once we swept that, price started to push to the downside. Now with this candle here, we had this imbalance, but I couldn't take this trade because we never broke the lows. The market structure shift for me wasn't there yet, so I had to wait until this price continued to push to the downside, broke this low, and for me to start to consider taking my entries. And that is exactly what happened. Price pushed to the downside, broke this low. We had this imbalance over there that made this order block valid, and that is the reason why I took my sells here, expecting that price will continue to push to the downside. But instead, in this case here, price didn't push to the downside. Instead, it started playing here, and as part of my rules, I usually close my trades at exactly 4:45 p.m. New York session. And that is exactly what I did, and here is where I closed my trade for that minor loss. I think was $7. So that was the second trade for the week for me, but the first trade that I took on this week. Now coming on Wednesday, I did not take this trade. It was a missed trade for me, but it was a trade nonetheless, so I will record it. So what happened here again, in London session, I saw this imbalance. I saw this order block over there, which was a point of interest for me, and this was actually a valid setup, but I missed only one criteria, and that was imbalance. In this leg moving downwards, there was no imbalance for me in this time frame. Therefore, I never got an opportunity to enter. None of these order blocks were valid for me in the way that I choose to view the market. So there was nothing for me here. Pre-New York, again, there was nothing. Price was starting to reverse, showing signs of reversal and actually pushing to the upside. Now during New York session, we had this big candle to the downside, and then after that we started seeing this push to the upside. Now this was a valid order block for me because of that imbalance down there. Now again, this entry is pretty much the same as the entry on Monday, of which during New York session it's very rare you're going to get these deep retracements into your point of interest or an area of interest. Instead, most of the time you're getting this shallow retracement and price continue to move. So that is exactly what market did again on Wednesday. It did the shallow retracement, and my order block was actually up here. The price came into the entry, triggered the entry, and continued to range throughout this session. Now, as I've said earlier, I didn't take this trade, so I don't have a closing time on this trade. But even if I did, I think I would have closed it on a better position compared to the trades that I actually took on Tuesday. This would have been in a little bit of a profit at 4:40. Thursday there was another trade. So actually this week there was back-to-back trades on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and even on Thursday. Here is that we had this order block that was valid because of this areas of imbalance over here, but I couldn't take them because this was outside of my trading zone. So what I was waiting for here is simply, after seeing this retracement into this point of interest, I was waiting to see a break of structure underneath this low, and then a push to the upside. For me to take my trade off of this order block and continuing to the downside. But as you can see, we just got a smooth, continuous move to the downside, and that didn't happen. So that was on the session. There was nothing on pre-New York until this move happened. So made this order block valid. I want to add something here as a context. If you can see this low down here, that this low is actually a previous day low. This is actually a previous day low. So why am I drawing this and why am I highlighting this point? I'm highlighting this point is because as you're seeing this, I was already thinking of the fact that maybe the market is reversing and starting to push to the upside. But the other thing that was at the back of my head was the fact that price never came down to this PD array. Like, this point of interest was like the market never came down and took out this point of interest, and that was at the back of my mind. But I simply took this trade for two reasons. Number one, I already missed two trades thus far. I already missed the trade on Monday. I already missed the trade on Wednesday. So I felt like I needed to take this trade so that I can break that streak of missing trades on this particular week. That was reason number one. And reason number two I took this trade was because simply, according to the way I'm trading, this was a valid setup. I take trades when my checklist is met, and I had that sweep, I had that market structure shift, I had an order block that was paired with that area of imbalance over there. So this was a valid setup. Even though, yes, the previous day low, we came very near to it, we never took it out, and there's more. It's very likely that the market might want to come retrace and sweep this low, but I took the trade nonetheless. And as you can see, price did retrace into that order block. We started playing along this level, and then eventually price broke all the way to the downside into this previous day low, and actually took me out for a full 0.5%. Now, by the way, this was not the only trade on this day. It is the trade that I took, but it wasn't the only trade. There was actually another trade on this same day that I actually missed, and this is the trade. When I was taken out of this trade, I saw another setup that did fit my strategy and the way that I'm trading. Granted, again, I was not confident in this setup simply because it was still telling me to go in that same direction. But I'm seeing that we've already taken out this point of interest. So I'm like, if we've already taken out this point of interest, where are we going to? But like, I'm trying to condition myself is to respect and trust my strategy. So that means if the strategy is telling me to enter at a specific area, I need to pull the trigger and actually enter. But in this case, I didn't take this trade, and it's a running theme, to be honest. It's a running theme. Like I said, I'll speak about it more on a lesson learned. But yeah, I didn't take this trade. It was a loss indeed, but I didn't take this trade. So this trade, actually, I saw this as a sweep of liquidity, and then I saw this move to the downside as a market structure shift. I had this area of small imbalance over there that made this order block actually valid for me, and I would have been supposed to have taken this trade, but I did not. And as you can see, price actually did come into this order block, digged a little bit deep into it, and we had this huge bearish candle to the downside. And actually, when I was looking at this bearish candle, I was actually thinking that this might be a very quick and a good trade. But as you can see, price pushed to the downside and immediately started to push to the upside, and this trade was actually stopped out on with a loss. So that was another trade on Thursday. So essentially, that was my week from Monday to Thursday. I did not trade on Friday because I don't trade on Friday. But one thing I do want to bring it up, and that is what I've been noticing since I started this challenge on March. Price has been price has not been moving in a way that I would like it to move. For example, I want you to fix your eyes on this price action over here. From here all the way to Friday, right there. Now, you're looking at this price action. This is just a sideways box. So that means from Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, we were just moving sideways more than we were moving either up or down. And that is what I have been seeing a lot this past 2 months. And that is the reason why, especially for me in the way that I'm trading, I think it's one of the reasons why I've been also struggling. This is not the reason why I'm on drawdown. I'm on drawdown now, and my performance is not there. The biggest reason is because I'm not taking the trades when I'm supposed to take the trade. But also, this price action has not been filling me with much confidence, because as you can see here, we have Monday. That was pretty much an impulsive day, and then Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday was pretty much just a consolidation day, and then we had Friday, of which we actually broke above this range, and we also closed below this range. So yeah, in a sense of my trading, that is actually what happened this week. Yeah, I have a lot of stuff I need to talk about in terms of my psychology, where I am right now, and yeah, let's just get to it. So when it comes to what I actually learned this week, mainly it has been the same lesson I've been learning for now. This is week 7. And that is, I need to start taking the trades. I just need to start taking the trade. And one thing I've actually been thinking about the most this week was that it's better to fail faster than to fail slowly. Simply because the slower you're failing, you're just prolonging the period of pain. You're better off failing fast, adjusting, improving, and get up and continue to move forward. But in a way that I've been trading, as you can see here, I missed the trade on Monday, right? So I traded on Tuesday, and then Tuesday was kind of like a small loss, but loss nonetheless. I didn't trade on Wednesday, and because I didn't trade on Wednesday, I felt pressure to trade on Thursday. I traded on Thursday, and when I traded on Thursday, I took a loss. So the other trade that came after that, I missed it again. So it is that cycle of taking a trade, losing a trade, skipping a trade, taking a trade, losing a trade, skipping a trade. It's just that cycle I've been going through since the beginning of this challenge. So I just have to work on taking the trades, because that is essentially the only way I will be able to trust the strategy. As far as I'm concerned, looking at the missed trades and the trades that I'm actually taking, I'm supposed to be in profit right now. I'm supposed to actually have been past phase one, but I'm not, and I have not passed my phase one simply because I'm just not taking the trades. So the problem here, it is not the strategy. The problem is that I just simply, like, my emotions overrule the logical side of my brain. And the only way that I can overcome that, it is not through planning, it is not through meditating, but it's actually through taking the trades. The more I go into battle with this strategy, and the more battles we win or lose, that is how I build a relationship with the strategy, and that is actually how I will end up trusting the strategy. So I am putting myself on a challenge this coming week and the next week, pretty much. Until the end of this month, I'm obligated to take all trades despite of my P&L. If a trade does fit my strategy, if the trade does fit my criteria, I'm obligated to take it, regardless of the results. I know this is what I keep saying again and again and again, and I keep saying the same thing every review for the past 7 videos right now. But yeah, I guess it's something that I have to still work on it. Yes, the market is also not making things easier, but I cannot blame the markets, to be honest. This is all on me. I have to work on my execution, and I have to improve on my thought process, especially once I have taken a loss. So my main lesson this week is I'd rather fail fast than fail slowly, because the faster you're failing, the faster you're going to learn. And in this game of trading, failure may not actually be failure. Is essentially, I think I was talking to somebody this week, and they told me that if you win a trade, you're making money. But even if you take a loss on a trade, you're not losing, you are gaining data, because that data will actually be important for you in the way that you're going to approach the market next time. So you're not technically losing, and that is something that I think I need to get it through my mind, that even when I do get the red days, the red weeks, such as this week, the only thing that will make this week red is if I walk out of this week and I haven't learned anything. So yeah, that is something that I need to work through. And I understand my tagline I usually end every week. I usually end my weekly videos with every week is process over emotion every time. And I say that not because I'm saying it to you guys, but I'm literally saying it to myself, that I need to just stick to the process and leave the emotions behind. So yeah, this is me this week. At the end of the 7th week, we are down 0.5%. But the main thing here is still the main thing, to work on improving my my trading, in a sense of taking the actual trades when the trades actually meet the criteria. So yeah, this is it for me on this week. I hope you guys had a good week, and until next week, remember, process of emotions every time. Take care.